This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin late this afternoon with police needing your help finding a bank robber. It happened in Wyndmere, North Dakota this morning just before 11. Police say a woman came into Lincoln State Bank with her face covered, demanding money. She left in a beige GMC or Chevrolet pickup with a topper. 2 employees were in the bank at the time. No one was hurt. No word on how much money she left with. 2 girls are back home safe after being kidnapped in Marshall County. But questions linger after the man arrested for the crime says he found them on Snapchat. Police say Julio Clausen took the 12 and 14-year-old girls from a park in Stephen, Minnesota on July 10th. The girls say they were familiar with Clausen because he reached out to them on Snapchat. He was eventually arrested after someone recognized the car and followed it while the phone was on with police. The girls were later found unhurt. New tonight at 5, the former Mid-America Steel site in downtown Fargo is being demolished. It's expected to start later this week and will likely take up to 6 weeks to be completed. 2 fires broke out in that area earlier this spring. City officials say what's next for that area is still unknown. Not only did we get rain, but the sky earlier today and the wind had me worried for a little while. Let's check in with Hutch to find out what happened and where that stormy weather is now. Hutch?
Mike, thanks so much indeed. Severe thunderstorms rumbled their way from north to south. Not all of us got activity, and we needed the rain, but we didn't need the 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts that we endured as the storms made their way through. You're looking at the Dakota Magic Casino. The storms have just moved through here. Carefully looking at I-29, you can see the car there, leaving the splash marks from all of the water that fell. 1 to 2 inches received by many areas as the storms made their way through. Beautiful photos sent in. Thanks, Mr. Bolda, for sharing this. As the storm blew through Castleton, that tree horizontal. The wind was horizontal on this video clip. Daryl, thanks for uploading the Brockett area stuff. Now here's a look at the latest. Storms exiting south and basically are on the southern fringe of our viewing area after leaving a track of 1 to 2 inches of rain where they moved over. Wind damage reported at a few locations. We had a wind gust in Fargo of 61 miles per hour. Here's what's left of it as we take you into the evening hours. It's moving out of our viewing area to the south and east. General thunder shower activity, Mike, in parts of Fergus Falls and Grant County. Those will continue to move south and east, but the risk of severe all but gone. Now we turn our attention back to smoke and heat, and we'll do just that with your hour-by-hour forecast in a moment.
All right, thanks. The Canadian border is back open for business for vaccinated Americans, that is. After nearly 16 months, the land border is reopening for non-essential travel on August 9th. Americans 12 and up will have to show proof that they were vaccinated at least 2 weeks prior to traveling. No coronavirus vaccine is approved for kids younger than 12, so they are exempt from the vaccine requirement.
But either way, we just don't want to see this disease happen when we have a way that we can prevent it.
In the past week, the number of Delta variant cases in North Dakota jumped 1,900%, with the vaccination rate just under 40%. Health officials are also worried that another surge in infections, hospitalizations, and even deaths may hit the state very soon. Valley News Team's JC Dodd looks into how worse the future could get.
The Delta variant of COVID-19 made its way to North Dakota last month. And Molly Howell with the state health department says it's potentially 60 to 80% more infectious than the previous strains. And with a low vaccination rate, health officials agree that the number of infections, hospitalizations, and even deaths will rise.
I think with our low vaccination rate, that's exactly what we can expect in the next 1 month or 2.
Dr. Avish Nagpal from Sanford Health says he is worried it may be too late to prevent.
Once the hospitalizations start climbing, I'm concerned that's when people will actually realize the gravity of the situation.
The vaccine rate for people 65 and older in North Dakota is 75%. And Dr. Richard Vetter from Essentia Health says going into the fall,
because the older folks are protected, the cases that you see and the deaths that you see are going to be in that younger, healthier age group just because they're not vaccinated. And that's just going to be heart-wrenching.
Howell says over 40% of COVID hospitalizations are in people between the ages of 18 and 49. And the CDC reported the number of the people that died last month due to COVID, 99% of them were not vaccinated. And with the efficacy numbers the vaccines have proven, Vetter hopes these numbers will convince people to reconsider.
If you're still hesitant about the vaccine, the time is running out.
In Fargo, JC Dodd, Valley News Live.
Last week, the health department reported 20 cases of the Delta variant, and the week before, only 1. Everyone over the age of 2 should wear masks while in school during the upcoming academic year. The American Academy of Pediatrics says it strongly recommends in-person learning and urges everyone to get the COVID-19 vaccine if they're eligible. However, the AAP says that since a significant portion of the students are not eligible, then universal masking should be in place to reduce transmission of the virus regardless of the vaccination status. A group of North Dakota voters is trying to recall their own lawmaker from the state legislature. A petition format has been approved by the state to recall Representative Dwight Kiefert of Valley City. The sponsoring committee claims that Kiefert failed to meet the standard of a Republican and has not been committed to these standards. Kiefert says he's being recalled for 1 vote and 1 vote only, the expulsion of former Representative Luke Simons earlier this year.
I think a lot of it is probably your libertarian movement too. I mean, they're trying to take over districts, and that's what they're trying to do. You got libertarians masquerading as Republicans, and they're trying to, take over the legislature.
The sponsoring committee must collect 1,764 signatures in order to have a recall election on Kiefert. Kiefert has been in the House since 2013. The Minnesota state representative who's being asked to step down over allegations of domestic violence doesn't plan on resigning. Representative John Thompson's lawyer says the allegations are not true and could be part of a smear campaign by law enforcement. Thompson is accused in 4 domestic assault cases between 2003 and 2009. House Republicans say that they're prepared to file an ethics charge against him. Governor Tim Walz commented on the matter during a stop on his education tour today.
The information that came out over the weekend involving multiple accusations, cases of domestic violence in the presence of children just makes it so that I do not believe that the representative continues to serve us well.
Thompson was recently under scrutiny following a July 4th traffic stop in St. Paul, which he says it had to do with his race. He showed a suspended Wisconsin license but resolved the issue. Then the stop spurred questions about Thompson's residency, since the address listed on the ticket is in St. Paul and not in his district. Busy stretch of I-94 in West Fargo is about to get even busier. The North Dakota Department of Transportation is working on replacing an overhead beam at the Raymond interchange that was hit by a semi last year. So starting tomorrow, westbound traffic will be reduced to 1 lane and will use the exit and entrance ramps to go beyond the bridge. The detour will be in place from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. No word on how long that project will take to complete. The North Dakota Game and Fish Department still has 6,000 deer gun licenses available in 18 units for the upcoming season. They'll be available on a first-come, first-served basis beginning next Wednesday, that's the 28th, at 8 a.m. on their website. They're first available to those who have not yet received a license. You can get additional licenses starting August 18th. Fargo is one of 12 cities across the United States to host Navy Week. And what's that, you ask? Sailors from the USS North Dakota spent the morning reading to children at Rendezvous Park and are currently hosting a band performance at the POW MIA Plaza in West Fargo. The sailors will host a kickoff event at 6 tonight. That'll be at the Fargo City Council chambers and will end the day performing the national anthem at the Redhawks game. The sailors say traveling to the FM Metro is important for the branch.
You don't have that daily interaction with the Navy. You don't have that daily interaction with sailors. I think when you think of the North Dakota area, you immediately think Army and Air Force. And so we want to increase that awareness and just show why the Navy matters as well.
The week-long list of events can be found by going to our website. That's valleynewslive.com. Well, I'm guessing that you noticed that we have a new look here at Valley News Live, and I sure hope you like it. Today's the day we pulled the curtain back to show you what we've been working on.
Welcome to our new studio here at VNL. We are so excited to have all of these new tools to tell your stories. Let's take a look around.
So you're fired if you fall.
Let's start over here. This is our 75-inch monitor, and It's a touch screen. It'll allow us to use the latest technology to bring you the stories you want to see. There's also maps, and it'll really help us to pinpoint different areas and tell the stories you need to know. This is our main anchor desk. You'll see this in just about every one of our VNL newscasts. It can be for a single anchor or a double anchor show, and we'll use these monitors back here to show you exclusive video, breaking news, anything that you care about. You know our reporters are out there working hard for you. This vertical monitor will specifically show off our investigative, our whistleblower stories as our reporters join us live right here in the studio to bring them to you. And the new digs continue over here. This is what we call the 9 panel. We'll be able to bring you the latest up-to-the-minute reports, all while showing you pictures or videos to go with them. This is also where your First Alert weather team will be able to bring you the latest forecast. And this over here, this is our huge 18 monitor video wall. That's 2 of those 9 panels over there. And the really cool thing is we can route a different video to each one of these monitors, or we could use it to show off the weather pictures that you all are so great about sending us. We are so excited to use these new tools to serve you even better. As always, thank you for choosing VNL.
Thank you so much, Stacy, and thank you for being so patient with us during the transition. As I said, our crews, especially our engineers, have been working hard to make sure everything is in place and ready to go for you. Now, if you have a comment on what you see, please let us know what you think. And the best way to join the conversation is on our Valley News Live Facebook page. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll get the latest news and weather posted right to your feed. Watching this channel will be extra special when the Olympics get going later this week. Later on Valley News Live at 5, a closer look at COVID's impact on the upcoming games.
Significant rain worked its way through the region. 1 to 2 inches of rain across portions of the valley, but yet once again a few areas not getting much, including Crookston all the way down through Lakes Country and the James River Valley. Your forecast has a chance of heat, smoke, and yes, even a few storms. Details next.
In the market for a vehicle and struggling to find what you're looking for? Well, look no further than Corwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have the largest selection of new vehicles in the area with over 600 vehicles on the lot and available for immediate delivery. Need a truck? We have them with over 100 new Rams in stock. And during the Make This the Summer event, you can receive financing as low as 0% on a new Ram truck. Shop Corwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram's huge selection today. CorwinAuto.com.
Discover the jackpot. Discover the flavor. Discover the thrill. Discover the magic. Dakota Magic Casino. Online at dakotamagic.com.
Don't miss the Craps Cash Shoot at Dakota Magic Casino. Come in for your chance to roll the dice and win up to $5,000.
We discovered that I have cataracts. He said we could go with a trifocal lens where my vision could be crystal clear at 3 different stages. I just thought, awesome. I can see far away, but I don't have to have readers to read my book. But I also don't need correction for my computer work. The trifocal was really a no-brainer for me.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Trust Window World.
Get 8 white casement windows with exterior finish completely installed for only $54.24. Plus, get 0% financing for 15 months.
Window World of Fargo.
Not only do we stand behind our windows, we stand on them.
The free Valley News Live News app. Download it now.
First Alert Storm Team Weather is sponsored by Home of Economy.
Summer-like weather continues, and you know, for many of us, it's just a lot of smiles I saw on faces here at the office because of that much-needed rain. The heat is on. We're monitoring that. Also, we're watching for a few storms here and there. Also, good news, and that's smoke. Periods of dense smoke from the Canadian wildfires will continue. Let's go ahead and take a look at that radar. First and foremost, most of the